Bearcats will boot it away to start the game. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense getting set for first down. Now they'll run the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. You have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play. They just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it. But the defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
Back to pass, it's Sanders. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought... But he has enough for the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes... Including your own players and trying to keep the Wolves at bay and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Back to the air one more time. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bearcats. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Coming out with it, it's Hayden. Smashes through. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. The running back has it. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Back to pass, it's Sanders. Throws to the wideout. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Gonna run it. It's Pryor. At the 35, he's loose. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And now on 1st down after converting with the run. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Kiner. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got it. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Give to the running back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I love when players understand the situations, and they understand where the 1st down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Ball in the air, intercepted. He's at the 50, inside the 30, inside the 10, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Colorado. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT.
That ties the game.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Backing up on the first 2 plays. Now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to fire deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Bearcats will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes a move. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. 1st down here for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Makes the catch and knocked down. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Quarterback checking off. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out fast. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
With jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down. The Buffaloes are in the hurry-up. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. On the return, it's Smith. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Sorsby. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Bulldozes him. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return.
Colorado offense will take over. 1st and 10.
offense is coming back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Buying some time. Gets rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I don't know if that was a bust defensively, but there was nobody in the middle of the field that time, making it way too easy for the offense to pick up a chunk play in the middle.
It's complete to the right. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on first down. He finds his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just...
Going downfield for the big play. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Maryland. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyway.
And the quarterback caught up two and sacked at the 12. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Getting some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Slings it downfield. He makes a catch.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Sanders. Fires left. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Unleashes to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Touchdown, Bearcats! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense out.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this field.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops. Certainly puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make a big play for this defense to score some points.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hayden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quarterback moving. And the ball squirted out. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The defense with the scoop and score. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, and now do some damage with it. You always want to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player. Give me that 6.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
They'll put the tight end in motion. The play action fake. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
It's complete to the left. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on the own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Looking for a man. It's Sanders. Trying to get to him. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. This one's complete. Oh, it's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Cincinnati 45, Colorado 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Colorado.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Bearcats send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, it's Sanders. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. The offense lining up for a first down play. On the ground, it's Kiner. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Kiner.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Bearcats are on the move. To the ground. He's got it again. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
After the run, now to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10.
42 Spider.
On the run, it's Kiner. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Right back to him on the ground. Touchdown, Bearcats! And the route is on.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Back to throw, it's Sanders. Fires to the right. Got a wide open receiver. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Using his legs to buy some time. He'll try to do it himself. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Marked down at the 26-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.